Hi, Genevieve Jacobs from Region Media with today's news update, which comes from the Canberra Innovation Network, and we're talking about Rosella Street, we're talking about Mingle-ing. What does that all mean? Sammy Williamson's with me, and she's the co-founder and director of Rosella Street. Sammy, tell us what the Rosella Street project is all about.
Yeah, so Rosella Street is an online marketplace, kind of like Facebook or Gumtree, where you can buy and sell things secondhand. But on Rosella Street, you can also rent things, you can give things away, and you can swap things. And Rosella Street is actually trying to achieve some really, really important things, like fostering community connection. We're also trying to reduce online fraud, which is a huge problem at the moment that we're seeing online. And we're also trying to reduce the amount that we consume, because the more that we consume, the more waste ends up in landfill. And when waste ends up in landfill, it creates carbon. So if Rosella Street can help reduce the negative impacts that we're having on the planet, then, we're cheering.
Okay, so Rosella Street is about bringing people together, it's about sharing resources, and that, as it turns out, is a really good fit for lots of areas of Canberra where we've got new development happening. People are trying to build community. That's where Mingle comes in. Alyssa, tell me what Mingle is.
So Mingle is the community development arm of the Suburban Land Agency, and we go into new suburbs that are just establishing, and we help the community connect and grow and develop a more sustainable lifestyle.
Okay, so why have you called in the services of Rosella Street and formed this blazing partnership? What are you doing together?
So Mingle was really excited by the Rosella Street idea because we know a lot of our communities are part of other buy, swap, sell groups, but we really wanted them to be able to know that it was safe and it was secure and it was trusted. One of the other aspects we quite like is the rent and the shout out feature. Being a new community, you don't necessarily have everything when you just move into your new house. So it's really great that community can share what they have and also talk to community and say, hey, does anyone, have any extra, hey, my chooks need it this week, and then people can chat and help each other out, which is absolutely what Mingle's about.
Okay, so this sounds like it's a really good fit for the Rosella Street values. How do you see this all working out practically in the suburbs where you guys are working together?
Yeah, so, Mingle, what they're trying to do is exactly what we're trying to do as well, is fostering those community connections. And if we can adopt Rosella Street in similar developments like what Mingle is doing, then we're really achieving some great things. People are connecting together again, which is what we're, trying to do. And also, after COVID, people are really coming back out again and, looking for ways to connect and do it in a safe and sustainable way. So, yeah.
Okay, so how do people get involved? If people are moving into some of those new suburbs, some of the areas where you're working together, what do they need to do, Alyssa?
So all of our information is on our Facebook page. So you just need to look for Throsby Mingle or Taylor Mingle. And then we have a great little video there and some information about the Rosella Street community pages we've set up on the website.
Okay, so if you're going into Throsby or Taylor and you're thinking, how do I build a community? How do I meet people? How do I get resources? How do we all work together? This is the way to do it. So I guess the saying is call into Rosella Street where you can mingle. This is a terrible pun there, really terrible pun. But anyway, I think that's a good one. It's a great idea. It's a great way to actually build community. And, that's what we're all about at the Riot Act as well. Also making news on the website this week. We are talking about hot desking. Do you love it or do you absolutely hate it? Opinions vary wildly on that one. A couple of new government buildings where there are plans for the building to work at the capacity of about 60 or 70% rather than be fully utilised. And perhaps that reflects the changes that we've had post-COVID as well. We're also talking about housing prices, which just continue to skyrocket. There are serious implications, of course, for affordability, particularly if you're on the lower income scale. We're discussing leaf litter and the impact that it has on our waterways. There's a major survey out that's asking how willing you are to get engaged with removing leaf litter, using leaf litter, how you feel about its impact on our environment. And in fantastic news for sports fans, Steve Larkham's on his way back to the Brumbies. There is much rejoicing in Rugby HQ about Steve coming home. All that and more on the Riot Act. We've got a weekly newsletter that drops into your inbox every Thursday morning, so sign up for that, and also a daily digest, and join in the great big Canberra conversation. You could say that you might like to mingle with us. Terrible puns this morning. I am on fire. I'm Genevieve Jacobs, and this is Region Media.